Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, quietly stepping out of bed to use the bathroom, only to realize this happens again and again every night? Have you ever sat down in a chair and felt heavy, sluggish, unable to start moving as if your body no longer obeys you? After 60, these experiences become familiar. So familiar that many people believe they are simply the destiny of aging, something that cannot be avoided. But is the truth really that simple? Our body is like a machine that has worked for decades. When the oil dries out, when the gears grow stiff, it begins to make small noises, subtle vibrations. If we listen closely, we realize these are not signs of the end, but reminders that care is needed. The prostate is no different. Those nightly trips to the bathroom, the slow or difficult urination, the constant sense that the bladder is never truly empty are not just inconveniences, they are whispers that the body is changing. What is fascinating is that while many men begin to suffer symptoms after 60, there are others well into their 80s who remain healthy, rarely complain, still walk, tend their gardens, even enjoy uninterrupted sleep. Where does this difference come from? Is it only genetics, or are there hidden secrets woven into the habits we repeat every day? Medical research shows that an enlarged prostate is not only the result of age, it is the outcome of many factors combined, from diet, movement, and hydration to stress, sleep, and the small daily routines we overlook. These seemingly harmless choices silently create the difference between a tired old age and a strong, confident one. In the next section, we will look more closely at how the body truly changes after 60, because only by understanding these silent shifts can we learn what really controls our health and how to restore the balance we thought was gone. After 60, the body changes quietly like the seasons shifting. At first, the signs are easy to miss, but little by little, they grow louder. Muscles do not feel as firm. Climbing a few steps leaves you short of breath, and sleep feels lighter than before. Beneath these changes lies one organ often overlooked, yet deeply tied to how men experience aging: the prostate. The prostate is small, but its role is great. It sits just below the bladder like a gatekeeper. When it functions well, urine flows freely and the body feels balanced. But when it begins to enlarge, pressure builds, and what once was effortless, starting, stopping, or holding urine, becomes a daily struggle. This is not only about discomfort, it is about confidence, rest, and quality of life. Science shows several forces working together at this stage of life. Testosterone, the hormone that fuels strength and desire, slowly declines. Blood vessels lose flexibility, circulation slows, and the flow of oxygen and nutrients weakens. The nervous system transmits signals more slowly, so the body no longer responds with the speed it once did. Each of these alone would be manageable, but together they create the sense that vitality is slipping away. Yet here is the mystery. Not every man experiences the same decline. Some carry these changes lightly while others struggle early. The difference is not only in age or in luck, it is in the daily choices, the habits repeated without thought that either protect the prostate or quietly exhaust it. Understanding these silent shifts is the first step, because when you see that your discomfort is not fate but the result of patterns, you begin to realize something powerful. What was built over years can also be changed. What feels heavy today can grow lighter tomorrow if you choose differently. Every man carries habits that seem harmless, yet shape the way the body ages. After 60, these small choices build up quietly and often decide whether the prostate remains steady or begins to enlarge. Alone, they may seem small. Together, they are the silent builders of discomfort. The first hidden habit is drinking too little water. Many older men avoid water, thinking it will reduce nightly trips to the bathroom. The body answers differently. Without water, the urine becomes concentrated and acidic. This irritates the bladder and the prostate, creating inflammation and discomfort. Chronic dehydration also makes the body hold toxins, forcing the urinary system to work harder. The wiser path is simple: drink small amounts through the day. Even if you do not feel thirsty, keep your urine pale yellow. That is the sign your body is nourished and your prostate is calm. The second habit is sitting too long. A chair may look harmless, but it presses on the pelvic floor without rest. Blood circulation slows, muscles weaken, and inflammation grows. Long hours in one position starve the prostate of healthy flow. The solution is not to avoid sitting, but to rise often. Every 30 minutes, stand, stretch, and walk a few steps. Even walking to the kitchen for a glass of water can restore circulation and relieve pressure. The third habit is excess caffeine. One morning cup may awaken the mind, but too many cups push the bladder into constant overdrive. Caffeine is a natural diuretic. It fills the bladder quickly and tightens the muscles around it. The result is urgency, incomplete emptying, and irritation. If your prostate is already sensitive, caffeine becomes an invisible enemy. The answer is moderation. 1 cup in the morning is usually safe. Herbal teas or caffeine-free coffee can provide warmth without the strain. The fourth habit is eating too much spice and processed food. A fiery meal may excite the tongue, but inside it stirs inflammation. Processed meat, fast food, and salty snacks carry preservatives and harmful fats that disturb hormones. The prostate is sensitive to these imbalances. Over time, they create swelling and irritation. The path forward is not blandness, but balance. Replace heavy spice with fresh herbs. Replace packaged food with vegetables, fruits, fish, and nuts. The body recognizes real nourishment and answers with calm. The fifth habit is holding back the urge to urinate. Many men have done this while busy or traveling, but repetition turns it into harm. A full bladder pushes down on the prostate, stretching tissues and creating irritation. Leftover urine becomes a place where bacteria grow, leading to infection and swelling. The simplest wisdom is to listen when the body speaks. When the urge arrives, answer it without delay. The sixth habit is smoking. Smoke carries toxins that constrict blood vessels, weaken tissues, and stir oxidative stress. The prostate, like the lungs and heart, suffers silently. Years of exposure raise inflammation and even increase cancer risk. Some believe it is too late to stop, but the body begins to heal within weeks once smoke is gone. Circulation improves, inflammation falls, and the prostate receives relief. Together, these 6 habits act like invisible weights. Each one may seem light, but together they press down on the prostate until it struggles. The mystery is that by changing them, even one at a time, the burden begins to lift. A little more water, a short walk, fewer cups of coffee, a meal with more greens, a timely visit to the bathroom, or a choice to step away from smoke. Each of these is a key. And when these keys are used daily, the prostate responds not with silence but with relief. Among the many forces that shape the health of the prostate, 2 are often overlooked. Stress and belly fat are like shadows that follow a man quietly, creating inflammation and imbalance that reach the prostate with every passing day. Stress often takes the form of financial worry, family concerns, health fears, or loneliness. When the mind holds these burdens, the body pays a price. The hormone cortisol rises and stays high. Inside, cortisol triggers inflammation, stiffens muscles, and disrupts hormone balance. For the prostate, this means swelling and sensitivity. Stress also tightens pelvic muscles, reduces blood flow, and increases urinary urgency. The body becomes locked in a cycle of pressure it cannot escape. The answer is not to erase stress, which is impossible, but to soften it. Deep breathing, a daily walk, gentle stretching, laughter, or quiet moments with family all lower cortisol. Small actions become natural medicine. The second enemy is belly fat. Many men think of it as appearance only, but in truth it is a factory of inflammation. Fat around the waist produces chemicals that stir irritation in many organs, including the prostate. Over years, this steady fire makes the prostate grow larger and symptoms harder to control. Belly fat also disrupts hormones, lowering testosterone while raising estrogen, a balance that encourages prostate growth. Excess weight places pressure on the bladder and pelvic floor. The organs below carry the load day and night. The result is frequent urination, incomplete emptying, and greater strain. Men with larger waistlines face higher risks of urinary problems and weaker sexual function. Yet even small reductions in weight bring real change. Losing just a few kilograms can improve flow, reduce nighttime trips, and restore confidence. The path is not extreme diets or punishing exercise. It is steady adjustments. Walking after meals, reducing portions, choosing water over sweet drinks, eating more vegetables and lean protein. Each step chips away at belly fat and calms inflammation, creating an environment where the prostate can breathe easier. Stress and belly fat may be silent, but they are not unbeatable. They respond to daily choices, to consistency, to patience. A man who learns to ease his mind and lighten his waist does more than protect his prostate. He restores balance to his entire body. With every calm breath and every lighter step, the prostate finds relief, and the years ahead feel less like decline and more like renewal. The body speaks in whispers long before it cries out in pain. For the prostate, those whispers are often ignored until they become nightly struggles, urgency, or complete blockage. One of the simplest yet most powerful keys of prevention is to seek regular medical checkups. After 60, waiting for severe symptoms is like waiting for a storm to strike before repairing the roof. By then, the damage is harder to manage. A yearly visit with a doctor can reveal changes that you cannot feel. The digital rectal exam and the PSA test are quick, almost painless, yet they provide early warning. Inflammation, infection, or structural growth can be seen before they create major trouble. Many men avoid these visits out of embarrassment or fear. But the truth is that silence only makes the road harder. A conversation of minutes can bring years of peace. Preventive care is not a weakness. It is a sign of wisdom, the choice to protect rather than to repair. The second key is smart nutrition. Many men believe medicine holds the answers, while food is just routine. In reality, daily meals are the most consistent medicine the body receives. Red meat and processed foods push inflammation higher and disrupt hormones. In contrast, vegetables, fruits, fish, and nuts carry antioxidants, minerals, and healthy fats that calm irritation and protect the prostate. Tomatoes bring lycopene that shields the prostate and the heart. Leafy greens provide folate and magnesium, balancing hormones and easing tension. Citrus fruits strengthen blood vessels, beetroot improves circulation, and garlic opens vessels with natural compounds. These foods are not exotic or costly, they are the quiet allies waiting on the market stall or in the kitchen drawer. The wisdom is not in one single ingredient, but in rhythm. A salad of greens with tomato and olive oil, a glass of warm lemon water in the morning, a handful of nuts as a snack, fish or legumes in place of heavy meat. Each of these steps builds a foundation of protection. Over time, the body answers with lighter steps, calmer nights, and a prostate that feels less burdened. Regular checkups and smart nutrition together form a shield. One detects the hidden dangers, the other nourishes daily strength. For men after 60, this shield is not only protection, it is freedom. The freedom to live with confidence, without fear of decline, and with the quiet assurance that you are caring for what still matters most, your life and your health. The body is never beyond repair. Even after 60, when changes seem fixed and decline feels inevitable, balance can return. The secret lies not in sudden miracles, but in small, steady steps. What has been shaped by years of habits can also be reshaped by new patterns. The path back to balance begins the moment you choose to listen. Think of the prostate as part of a delicate system rather than an isolated organ. It answers to water intake, to circulation, to hormones, to food, to stress. Each element influences the others. When one falls out of rhythm, the rest begin to falter. But when each is cared for, even in small ways, the whole system learns to harmonize again. This is why no single pill or quick solution is enough. The answer is in daily rituals, in consistency, in respect for the body. Start with hydration. A glass of water in the morning, sips through the day, less caffeine, and less alcohol at night. Add movement, not heavy workouts, but walks, stretches, and moments to rise from the chair. Let nutrition become medicine. Meals filled with vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and natural oil. Guard your waistline by reducing sugar and processed foods. Breathe deeply, laugh often, let the weight of stress soften, and once a year, face the doctor with courage instead of fear. Each of these choices may look small, but together they become a circle of care. Like gears in a machine, when each moves, the whole begins to run smoothly. Circulation improves, hormones find balance, nerves respond with ease. The bladder empties more fully, the prostate feels less pressure, sleep grows deeper. The change is not instant, but it is steady. The mystery is that many men believe decline is irreversible. yet studies show otherwise. Blood vessels regain flexibility, inflammation recedes, hormones stabilize, even nerve sensitivity can sharpen with the right care. The body is built to heal if given the chance. Age does not close the door. It simply asks for wiser attention. Returning to balance is not about chasing youth. It is about honoring the present body, understanding its whispers, and answering with patience. Each day offers a choice to repeat the old patterns or to step gently into new ones. With every wise choice, the path grows clearer, and what once felt heavy begins to feel lighter. This is the true renewal, not dramatic but real, not flashy but lasting, a quiet strength that carries you forward. Aging is not a sentence, it is an invitation. The body does not give up after 60. It only asks you to listen more closely. Each night you wake, each moment of discomfort, each quiet urge is not there to punish you, it is there to remind you that life still wants your attention. The prostate, like the heart and the mind, responds to care. When you choose water instead of neglect, movement instead of stillness, calm instead of constant worry, you are not only protecting an organ, you are shaping the quality of your years ahead. This invitation is silent yet powerful. It whispers that you still have time to change. You can release habits that slowly weighed you down and embrace those that lighten you. No matter your age, the body remembers how to heal when given the chance. Renewal is not behind you, it is within you. So as you finish this journey of knowledge, ask yourself, will you let old habits decide your future? Or will you answer the invitation to live with more balance, more energy, and more peace? The choice is yours, and the first step can begin today. If this message has spoken to you, I invite you to stay connected with our channel. Here you will find more guidance, more simple practices, and more stories to remind you that life after 60 can still be strong, clear, and full of vitality. Subscribe, share, and let us walk this path together.